Whoops. Play on the computer, not the phone. There we go. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Ooh. Hi, Ame. I'm not a hundo that you guys can hear see me, but hello, hello. It looks like the new set, Black Bolt, White Flare, will be releasing July 18th. The ETBs look sick. I'm hoping I can get one ETB of each, just to get like the promos. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of want to collect the set, but I don't think I will. So just, again, it's just too expensive to collect sets. To like find product for it. No, I've got other things that I want to. I can hear you. Nice, nice. I got other things I want to collect. Here, I'll swap over. Hello. Hello. Amma, you want to see the progress that I haven't made any progress, but I do hope to to get some progress now that I'm done with like majorly like doing my Pokemon stuff. Pretty much gone through everything that I could go through for Pokemon. I'm gonna get back into rigging my model. I think it wasn't last weekend, but the weekend before that, I kind of like really got into it and rigged the head. Well, the head angles, I should say. So I still have to rig the hair. This is like as much of the body that I plan on rigging. I made everything else invisible. I don't know what's going on with the arm here, but I think I know how to fix it. But yeah, this is as much as I plan on having rigged. So I turned off all the other layers. Yeah, the VTuber Studio mascot just floating around. Let's turn on my thing. Let me recalibrate this. Oh, I think I just need to actually restart the app. Man, it feels like there's something in my eye. But I didn't see anything, but it feels like there's something in there. I don't know how to I don't know how to turn off the hair that's in front. But yeah, this is how much of the face that I've got done. I've got pretty much the head angles. I still need to add like eyeball physics, so when I blink, the eyes jiggle And then I want to add physics to the earring. Dude, if I look like this, man, I've got like a 10 head, man. I got like a huge ass forehead. Look at that forehead. No. Nice angles. Yeah, I'm not a fan of like the up corner angles on the mouth. But I mean, I don't know. It does the job. As long as I can stream with this model finally, I'll be happy. And then if I really want to, I can come back and touch everything else up and change things. But for the most part, I'm happy with it. For the most part. Yeah. It's just the fucking hair doesn't move. So yeah, I mean, I just got like the hair. I feel like the body turn shouldn't be too hard. If I remember correctly, when I did the chibi, it wasn't difficult. Like, I think the most work is pretty much the head angles, the mouth. The mouth is really what takes up the most time. Oh, let me move this off the cat tree for you, buddy. There you go. Now he can walk onto the cat tree. Wait, he didn't even want to be on the cat tree. What the heck? He just walked from my desk to my wife's desk. Nice. Okay, buddy. You didn't even want to chill by me. I see how it is. But yeah, I don't expect this. Like, if I really laser down on it, I could probably get it done by the end of this week, or for sure by the end of next week. So that's probably going to be the next goal. Is get that stuff done. Get that model rigged. Where is... There we go. So I ended up swapping out the collection that was in here. I think before I had Sachiko Adachi in here. I ended up changing it out and putting Kanda in here. And the reason I did this was because I think this is the last page after this. The reason I put Kanda in here instead is because there's a neon blue set of these binders that are coming out. And so I figured I'll do Yukamori in the 12 pocket binder and then Sachiko Adachi in the 4 pocket binder. So that way they're like similar color, since it's similar mediums. They're both clay artists. And then that left this one open. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'll just keep Taira Akitsu in here. But the thing is, they make a lot of arts. Like, they're already at 108. So I feel like this binder will end up getting filled really quick. But I'll worry about it once it gets to that point. If it does end up getting full, then I'll probably end up buying like another big one. Like another 12 pocket binder or something. But for now, I think we did already start putting his artwork in here. Yes. Yeah. So we'll continue putting his stuff here. And then, yeah, whenever I get the other 2 binders, we'll put all the others in there. So, and I think I did reorganize it so that way everything is proper. Because when I was putting away Kanda, I realized I didn't put it by... I didn't organize the binder by like which Pokemon came first set-wise. So it kind of messed the binder up, but then I fixed it. No such thing as too many cards, only too little binders. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. So here we've got Altaria, reverse, prize pack. Wait, yeah, and then Dreadnought. Reverse Cracked Horsey. Reverse Mienshao. Mienshao. Reverse. Oh my gosh. 2 Karinas. Alright. And then we So what have you been up to? Ame? Anything exciting recently? Melanie. Zinnia's Resolve. Prize pack. Oh my god. Zinnia has so many. Halucha Adventure Discovery here. Being sick? Oh no. Wait, that's not fun at all. That sucks. I'm sorry. Kinja Garchomp Finneon. Yeah, I've unfortunately I'm thankfully not as sick as I was, but I still have kept this stupid annoying cough. So a cough that I've had since I've been sick that just hasn't gone away. Won't stop me from drawing though, so that's been what I've been doing. Nice. Love to hear it. We love that. Art time is always good time. Riolu Hop. Manaphy, Hydreigon. Ah, okay. So this is gonna be my Pikachu V Union will be here. Score Bunny will put here. Pikachu V Union is like a 4-card thing. And I want that all to be on one page. So instead of starting it here, I'll swap Score Bunny's spot here and then do the Pikachu V Union there. And then Curlia, Heracross. Drifloon. Drifloon is going to have a whole page. Because there's the regular, the reverse, Trick or Treat pack, and prize pack. So Drifloon will have a whole page to himself. Tropius. Snover. Psyduck. Golduck. Yeah, I really love this artist. I just love how clean their lines look, man. Their lines are so good. And I love their rendering. Ooh. This is my fancy one. Mienshao full art. Whoa. Mienshao, Slowpoke, Frigibax. Slowpoke, Frigibax, Cypher's Mania. Right there. Reverse prize pack. Cypher, then Milotic here. And then Milotic here. And then Janine's Secret here. Alright. So there's a lot that we can pull from Prismatic, which is what we're going to be opening today. It comes in later today. Let's see if I can get this up closer to your eyeballs, so you guys can appreciate the art as well. That Weavile. Whoa. I really love this as Elf. This as Elf looks really nice. The Rotom is also pretty cool. I love this Heracross. This Heracross is probably my favorite Heracross art. Really sick. Same with the Tropius art and the Golduck. Honestly, this is the whole reason why I'm collecting this artist, man, because the Galvantula looks sick too. Like this artist just makes really good stuff. I really like their stuff. Good stuff, good stuff. Good job, artist. You did it. That's your fancy tuna, yeah. Is there like a guide you're following to collect all these? So it does take some research. So pretty much what I did, right? My first collection, National Dex collection, super easy. You just get the Pokedex numbers, right? And then you just collect one of each. And that's all that is. I'm just collecting one of each Pokemon. Doesn't matter the set, doesn't matter whatever. Just one of each Pokemon. For these are artist collections. So there are certain artists, and on the card it says who drew that. So this Raichu, for example, the bottom left, it says who it's illustrated by right down there. This is by Mitsuhiro Arita, which is the person also who did the base Charizard art. But yeah, so every card will say who it's illustrated by. Cerebi.net actually has pages for all the artists, for each artist and all the arts that they've done. The only thing is that it doesn't tell you every version of that card. So if you just want to collect one of that art, then Cerebi is great, because it tells you this art was used here, this art was used here for this set, blah, blah, blah. And it has it kind of in an order. But, so if you want to see, like if you want to have one of each variation, you have to do a little bit more research there. I'm not sure if there's a site that does it, but pretty much what I did was I took the list from Cerebi and I searched it on TCG Player, and TCG Player showed me all the different versions that there are of that Pokemon or whatever. So, for example, Akitsu has Ghastly. So I looked up Ghastly, and I looked at all the images that had that Ghastly art. It was only the one, so clicking into it shows you it only has a normal version and a reverse holo version. But when I clicked on the Butterfree one, which I think Butterfree was the only one that had like a normal, a holo, and a reverse holo. It was very strange. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think all the rares... Hold on, now I have to look up Mian Shao, because I don't think I clicked for Mian Shao. Do all the rares have... If they do, then I have to reorganize my binder. Do all the rares have... No. Different Mian Shao. Do all the rares have a non-holo, holo, and then a reverse? Because then that changes everything. No. Okay. This Mian Shao only has a normal and a reverse holo. I don't know why the Butterfree has like 3. It's strange. I don't know. I'm sure somewhere down the line I'll find out that I actually need... I'm missing a version or something. And that's kind of a reason why, like, it's just better to just do one of each art instead of trying to get the normal and the reverse holo. Like, and then it also just gets expensive for certain artists to do that. But like my Yukamori one, I'm just doing one art for each, or one card for each art that she's done, instead of doing one of each card, because she's got 213 cards. So if I did all the regular versions of her cards plus the reverse holos, that's already 426, plus all of the promos that she's done. then it just, I'm not sure, maybe let's say a fourth of that number. So that adds another, what, 54, 53, 54 cards? No, 53. So that brings it up to 469. Yeah. It gets to be too much very quick. So don't quite plan on doing every single card for Yukimori. But for these other artists that are just starting out, I feel like it's super easy to collect every version. Like Shinji Kanda. I've bought cards, I'm waiting for them to arrive. I'm only missing 4 cards. I'm missing the Giratina V, which is a $1,000 card. Slowbro, the prize pack version, which is like a 30-cent card. 30-cent card, not even dollar. 30 cent. The Magikarp is another expensive one. It's like a $200 card. And then the Roaring Moon EX, which is another $200 card. But with the Roaring Moon, we actually have a chance of pulling that in the packs that we open today. So today, when we're opening packs, there's a few things that I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for the Roaring Moon EX. I'm hoping for Cypher. Oh wait, no, I actually have them all. Oh no. I need the Cypher Maniacs Code Breaking Pokeball Hollow, Janine's Secret Art Pokeball Hollow. So that's 3 cards. Does Yukimori have any? I'm sure Yukimori has some prismatic cards. No? No? Wow, she doesn't. Okay. So those 3 cards. I'm also hoping for the Ceruledge EX. That card looks phenomenal. And then last, the Umbreon. An Umbreon would be amazing. I don't know that I could sell it if I do pull it. The thing is, like, if I sold it, it would fund a huge portion of my collection, which is the only reason why I would consider selling it. Is because it's going to help me fund all my artist collections that I want to do. But Umbreon is my favorite evolution. Even the Vaporeon, I'm not sure if I'd be able to sell a Vaporeon. But if it was like a Sylveon, a Leafeon, Glaceon, I'd be willing to sell those cards. I'd probably get it graded and then sell it, just because it would be like better. Like more money for more collecting. But yeah, I don't know that I'd be able to sell the Umbreon. I might be able to. I don't know. The only like reason in my head that I'd be okay with doing it is just so that way I could get more stuff for my collection. But we'll see. We'll see. I gotta... Hold on. Does Voltex... They haven't stocked anything yet, right? No, nothing's been restocked yet. Okay. I just wanted to be sure, because I know they're gonna be stocking some neon ones today. I can't remember if it's at like 9 o'clock today. Let me see. It is 7 PST. Yeah, so 9 a.m. here. Okay, got it. Sounds good to me. All right, well, that's pretty much it. But yeah, these are... I don't think I've ever showed these. So, I believe... Yeah. So these are all my my dollar cards, and then these are anything that's 2 or more. So I want to try to put all of my $1 into a binder and try to see if any vendors willing to pay like even like 40% for this would be decent. But I don't know. And then I have all of these, which are like a couple bucks. Some of them are like 10, some of them are like 20. Not that many of them are that high though. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to look at conditions. Some of these are like in bad condition, but some of these are good. I don't even know why this is in here. This isn't even $1. This is like 2 cents. See, here's like a cool Reshiram. Oh, yeah. Right, I'm on a bus. Hello, bus. Hello, everyone on the bus. I don't know that there's anything like really cool here. The Zoroarks are cool. Kyurem, Victini, Altaria, Mewtwo, Raichu. I think I'm gonna pull that to the side for my collection. Yon, Mega, the Shattered Lugia looks sick. Moltres, Mew, these Pikas, Greninja. I think I pulled one to the side. I think I have the Shattered foiled put to the side. Let's see, what's in these piles? Sure that I don't have anything that I would rather just keep for my collection. These are all item cards. Hex Maniac. I'm sure some people collect that one. Hydreigon EX. Items. This Emboar might go up. Curlia, Purloin, Pikachu's, Golduck. More like item cards. Yeah, some of these might not actually go because of the condition that they're in. This Squirtle looks really sick. Snorlax. Trying to put all of the items together. Banette, Shiftry, Celesteela, Diantha, Diancie, Ultra Necrozma. Some Eevees. Look at those Eevees. Guzma. Gardevoir. Lycanroc. And I think that's it. Everything else is items. Yeah, I'm gonna take that Raichu out of the pile. Because I actually would like to just throw that into my right collection. I decided, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a collection with Pokemon that have Rai in their names. So we got like Raichu, Koraidon, Miraidon. I don't think I had any Raikus. Might disappear because data. No, I'm not evil. I have earbuds. Oh, it's easy. Someone's arguing with the bus driver, dude. Man, I remember riding the bus. That shit was kind of all right, actually. It wasn't that bad. I don't think I ever witnessed anything crazy when I took the bus. For the most part, my bus rides were always pretty calm. Thankfully. I love the Raimon collection. Yeah, the Raimon. Wait, holy, that is such a good name for it. Raimon collection. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you. That is what it's gonna be dubbed from now on. The Raimon collection. Oh, that is such a great name. Oh man, I'm really jealous I didn't think of that. I think we grabbed everything. Arcanine, how do you? Kofa Grigus. Dude, this Luxray is so sick. It's like an Ultra Beast wormhole. I really like this Misty's Water Command as well. It's a really nice Misty card. My cousin has like a complete Misty collection. Every single Misty card he has. The banned ones from Japan, he has. The Japanese banned ones, yep. He's got like a bunch of them. Bro, what the heck? Yeah, he's got crazy amount. You know. I feel like I do have like a Raikou in the bulk, but I just don't remember where. And I don't really feel like digging it out. Is Raiolu a part of the Raimon collection? It doesn't really have Rai in the name though. It just has the sound of Rai. Okay. I think we're actually done. Done with Pokemon stuff. That's wild. It took a long time to get to where we are now. Took a long time to get to where we were. Did I ever show the final results of the Pokedex binder? You guys want to check it out? I don't think I showed it. This thing is heavy. Okay. How do I do this? So that way we get everything in frame. Ugh. I have to reorganize like my like desk situation, so that way I could do like I can show my binder stuff proper without having to move too much. It should be down to here. So this is the National Dex binder. Contains Pokemon from, or one Pokemon for each different Pokemon in the universe of Pokemon. Some of these cards are going to be hard to see because of the lighting. Which light is that? It's this one. If I just shift the light over. Is that better? Not really. Now if I bring the light... Oh, but it's already... I forgot that I have all this stuff tied down. If I move it up... I guess if I move it up, it's a little bit better. These ones are probably going to be the same issue. Is this a different... Oh, whoops. That was like a warmer tone. Well, anyways. So these are first generation. Some of this has got like my old like childhood collection cards. Because it's like the OG Pokemon. I don't know how I didn't release it. Would be huge. Wait, what? Wait, what would be huge? I'm confused. There are some cards I'm still missing. I'm missing about 54 Pokemon. Yeah, there's no way. I can't get it to like not glare on some of these cards. I'd have to like move my light sources. I might try to figure that out for future streams. The binder, yeah, this binder's huge. This binder's huge. I'm just happy to finally see like complete spreads. That's probably the most exciting part for me. On these, let's see if I can identify like some of my favorites. So let's go back to the first page. My favorite off of this, probably the Pidgeot, or the Pidgeotto, I mean. I really like this art. I remember it was my birthday. My dad bought me the Jirachi V collection box. And this was last year, I'm pretty sure. And I ended up pulling this Pidgeotto. Oh, I've only seen the small ones. Yeah, this one. So like my 4-pocket one, right? It's only this. And then the 9-pocket is only this. And then they have the 12-pocket, which is just this. And then they have the 16-pocket. This is a 20-pocket. Hello, Lighty. Is it Liddy or Lighty? 1 for Lighty, 2 for Liddy. On this page, probably the Pikachu, but the light Ninetales is also a really close one. It's between these two. You have a 16-pocket? Nice. On this page, I don't really think I have a favorite on this page. Maybe the Growlithe. No, for sure the Growlithe. This is a cute Growlithe. Call me Leedle. Leedle. Like Weedle. Got you. This page, probably the Slowpoke I pulled. I pulled this from Prismatic Tins. Paldean Fate Tins from Aldi. I remember going there after work. I'm like, if they're there, they're there. If they're not, I kind of figure. Because, like, it was already around, like, 5:30 by the time I got there. I mean, usually people go crazy. And when I looked in the spot that they were supposed to be in, it was empty. But the stalker brain in me was like, when I used to stock things, sometimes things would fall into the next location. So I looked to the spot to the left, I pulled the box, and lo and behold, 2 tins right there. Boom. So that's how I pulled this Slowpoke. So probably the Slowpoke. But it's funny because I need this Slowpoke for my Kitsu binder as well. This page, I'm gonna be honest, probably the shiny Voltorb, because I just really love the way that the shiny Voltorb Electrode line looks. But These arts are some pretty good arts. The Kamiya arts. This one, probably the Tangle I pulled, and then the shiny Electrode. And then the Cubone, because I just really like Cubone. I pulled the like crying Cubone out of here because I'm putting that one in my Cubone binder or collection. This page is rough because it's got the Shining Magikarp, my favorite Pokemon, Shiny Ditto. And it's got the light evolutions. I love these light evolutions. So this binder is hard. I don't know which one I'd say my favorite one is. Because it's got so many good mons. Even the Shiny Starmie. Shiny Starmie is such a good shiny. Even the Scyther is really cool. This is just a good page. This is just a really good page. I'm trying a Dex binder with as many art rares as possible. Really looking forward to the new black and white theme set, since it will have secret rares and or secret art. What are they? Are they secret art rares and art rares? For Japanese though, right? SAR and AR are Japanese, and then SIR, IR for English sets. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the new set too. Every Pokemon in that set having like a full illustration is gonna be amazing. I'm really excited for that set as well. I think in the Japanese packs, every pack is guaranteed to have one, right? Maybe I misheard. This page, I really love this Mewtwo art. This Mewtwo art is one of my favorites. But I also really like the Blaine's Moltres and the Shiny Mew. Special art rares. That's what it is. Gotcha. Missing 2 Pokemon here. And then this page, probably the Crobat, just because Shiny Zubat was my first shiny Pokemon, and because of that, that's the first time I've ever really used them in my playthrough. And when I got to Shiny Crobat, I just remember Crobat being insane. So I think probably that, just because of the memories for like the game. Actually, it was either Shiny Zubat or Shiny Spindo was my first. I can't remember now. It was one of those two. I remember though, my shiny Zubat I found in, there's a cave that unlocks, I think it's an emerald. There's a weird cave that unlocks every now and then, and I found it in there. I need to find out what the name of that one is. For this page, probably the Umbreon, just because it's Umbreon. My favorite evolution. Missing 2 mons here. This page, it's between the Swinub that I pulled and the Radiant Steelix. But this Swinub I pulled, my wife and I found Journey Together packs out in the wild. We bought 4. It was a max, it was a max of 5 per person, and we could have done it, but I was like, I think 2 packs for the both of us is good enough just to get like the pack opening experience. I might have to replace this Heracross though. I just realized there's a Heracross here that I don't have in my Heracross collection, and I know I have a bunch of other ones, so I might swap this one out. So, but yeah, this Swinub was like the coolest card that we pulled. I ended up pulling it, so that has that memory. This page, probably the Piloswine, because it's a pre-release. So I got that when I first started playing the card game. So that was in 2008. For what I heard, it's 4 ARs per box, and it's probably a high class set, so it'll have 10 packs per box. The jumbo packs will have guaranteed AR in it. Gotcha. That's probably what I heard then, the jumbo packs. Umbreon is my favorite Pokemon, and I own a master collection of English Umbreon cards. Dang, that's awesome. Wait, that's so sick. Yo, can I get a shiny Umbreon? That's what I want to do with this national dex, though. With the national dex, my first objective after completing it is going back and replacing any Pokemon that has a shiny version. I want to replace it with a shiny version. So I know Umbreon has a shiny, Espeon has a shiny, Politoed doesn't. Anything that has a star has their shiny iteration in the Pokemon card game. There's like, I think it was like under 500, above 350 have a shiny version. But yeah, for this page, I would say my favorite card, there's 3. This Tyranitar is really cool. I really love this Tyranitar art. This Miltank, this is the Miltank that I remember bringing to like the playground. It's actually in pretty decent condition too. But this one, I don't know why, but I just remember having this card on the playground. But this is the card that I remember at my first elementary school. I don't know why, but it's just a vivid memory of having that card and showing it to my friends. And then this Lugia. This Lugia is really cool. It has 2 swirls on it. One under its belly, and then one above its neck. So they're right next to each other. It's like they're under my fingers, but one above the neck and one below the neck. You can see it right there. So this having double swirl, or maybe it's double hollow even. I don't know. But that is probably one of the coolest swirls that I have. It just reminds me of like the whirlpools, like how you find Lugia, the whirlpools around Lugia. It's just very reminiscent of that. This page, the Swallow is really sick. I have none spare. My original gold star is PSA 8. Nice. That's so sick. That's awesome. Call of Legends had such good artworks. Yeah, I wish I stuck with Pokemon, but the thing was I was a kid and I had no money. But yeah, I wish I stuck with Pokemon throughout like all of the years that I was into it. Cause I mean, I started with a base, so it would have been cool to have like some collection from every iteration. Probably the Gardevoir EX is my favorite on this page. Anything that's a blue shiny is like one of my favorites automatically. Sharpedo here, probably. This I was gifted this from a friend, so probably the Sharpedo. This page, probably the pre-release Dragon's Exalted. I did that with my wife when we were first dating. Kecleon on this page. I love this Kecleon. I remember pulling that. But yeah. Actually, I didn't even pull this. This was from a rip and ship. My friend was like, hey, if you sign up, you get this much money for free. Here's a person who does rip and ship for Pokemon that you could use it for. Because I guess if I used his affiliate code, my friend's code, like he would get money. So I was like, yeah, sure. So I did this rip and ship. I got this Kecleon, and I also got a Lycia's Appeal, I think it was. It wasn't like so there's 3 different versions of that card, where it's like the common one, and then there's like the middle version that's like a $30 card, and then like the super expensive version. I ended up pulling the $30 version in Japanese, and yeah, so that was like crazy. The only rip and ship I've ever done, and I got pretty good cards from it. Milotic pre-release is on this page too, so that's another one of my favorites. This page, my wife pulled this Relicanth during our pack battle, so there's that one. But there's also this shiny Bagon that I found in our bulk, so this one also is pretty good. I got back into it. You got back into it in a really good time, I think. Love Disc. Yep, there's the Love Disc, reverse hollow Love Disc. Especially the energy cards. Yeah, the energy cards where it was like the towers and stuff, like the Pokemon silhouettes and whatnot. Those were some really cool energies. This page, I'm gonna say probably the Kyogre, just because it's one of my favorite legendaries. This page, probably this shiny line. A lot of the shinies I got were at the Chicago Collecticon recently. So these. I have multiple Badoos, but I don't have one for the binder. I have a Badoo that is in my Yukimori collection. I have some Badoos that are in my Dragapult deck. So whenever that card is rotated out, I will have a Badoo. But I just don't have one for the binder. I gotta go, but glad my battery lasted to see the love disc. Me too. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye, Pink. Pop, 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 pop. This Happiny is pretty cool. I don't know that there's anything else on this page that I really care for too much. The shiny Drifloon. Shiny Drifloon is really like one of those really good shinies, I think. This page, as much as I love Riolu and Lucario, I actually think that this Garchomp is really sick. Now I'm gonna go with the Lucario. The Lucario pose is pretty good too. Prismatic Badoo too, good at the moment. Yeah, that's the one that's in my Dragapult deck, is the Prismatic Badoo. Such a busted card. This page is a banger page. This is actually a banger page. It's hard for me to pick a favorite because I love the evolutions on this page. I love this Electivire. This Rotom is sick. This is one of the artists that I'm collecting. This Dusk Noir from Trick or Treat. The Gliscor, one of my favorite Pokemon. The Gallade. This is just another really solid page. This like half full art Togekiss. This is just a really good page. Yeah, this one's a hard one to pick from. I have the Yanmega Break, but I didn't want like the horizontal cards in here. I think those ones are kind of wonky. I also have like the Lugia Break too, but I don't know how I feel about those ones. This page, another really solid page. One of my favorite Azelf arts. Azelf is actually probably my favorite lake Pokemon. And then the Darkrai here, one of my favorites. One of my favorite Pokemon in general, but also probably my favorite legendary. His back arm is like he's charging something up, right? But there's a swirl perfectly there too. So it looks like he's charging up this swirl. Really, 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 really amazing hollow or swirl placement on this card. I love this card because of that. So this card is probably my favorite out of all of the cards here. But this Tepig Emboar line is so, like, this Emboar line is such a sick Emboar line. Because it's like the family growing up. Yeah, the breaks don't look good in a Dex binder. I'm already pushing it with Kyogre and Groudon Legend in the binder. Yeah. Yeah. I feel you on that. And then this Samura is probably my favorite. I got this from a friend too. Traded that recently. This page. There's another really cool Blitzel and Zebstrika. I don't know why those ones aren't the ones in here. Actually, no, I like this Blitzel, but there's a different Zebstrika where it's like charging and it's like glowing yellow. That would have been my favorite art here. So I'm going to say this Blitzel is probably my favorite out of the ones that are in this page. This one is hard because I like these two Pokemon. I also like all of these. But I like these shinies. I'm going to say the Darmanitan. But I really like this Venipede as well. Missing some more Pokemon here. Off this page, probably the Zoroark. My favorite. I swore I saw Sigilif, but maybe not. Maybe I'm actually missing the Sigilif. Off of this page, probably the Galvantula. Actually, no, I think the Joltik. I really like these two Pokemon. So I'm going to probably say the Joltik. And then on this one, probably the Mienshao. When I saw this art for Mienshao, I immediately was like, this is the best Mienshao art I've ever seen. For like these regular arts. But I have like the one that I have in my artist binder from a Kitsu. This Bisharp I really love because one, it's a blue shiny, but two, it's a miscut. So I have the reverse hollow, but I decided to put this miscut in this binder. You can see the left corners are sharp, the right corners are barely rounded. But yeah, this Bisharp, probably my favorite. And then this Dark Explorers Volcarona pre-release card. This one is the Keldeo. 100% hands down, the Keldeo is my favorite. It's a really amazing Keldeo art. Radiant Greninja, one of my favorite shiny Pokemon. But yeah. I'm excited to replace all of these arts. There's going to be a lot of arts here that end up getting replaced for the black and white, the new set that's coming out. That's going to be amazing. That Joltik was a menace in the TCG. Night March was a menace of a deck in general. Yeah, Night March was a pretty crazy deck. For sure. I think that was right around the time that I got out of the TCG. This page, Pangoro, probably. Although the Scatterbug is a really cute art. So is the Pancham. This one, probably between the Binnacle and the Sylveon. It's because Sylveon GX. This one is probably the Noivern. I wish I had the Batman Noivern, but either way, even if I did, this would be the one that would be in this binder because it's the shiny version. But yeah, probably this. Wait, why do I have that I need Halucha? In my spreadsheet? Hold on. No. Okay, I was like, I don't need Halucha. I think maybe there's an artist that I'm looking for that needs Halucha. This page, again, it's probably these three. I love cards that tell stories. So Litten starts off being kind of afraid of the fish tank. You can see like a blue glow. And then when it's a Torracat, it's now antagonizing the love disc inside the fish tank. And now when it's Incineroar, it just doesn't really care. It's just sleepy. And you can see the Corsola and the love disc. So probably these three. And then Incineroar is one of my favorite Pokemon. I do love these lines though because of like the blue. Oh, you were a judge? Oh, that is so sick. Wait, that's awesome. What the heck? Man, so you were not only were you like really into collecting too, but you've also been really into the TCG. Yeah, so the formats when I played, the decks that I played were back in Diamond and Pearl, like the Platinum era. I remember having like the Machamp Donk deck where it was like one basic energy and you could just like destroy like any basic Pokemon pretty much. I played Blaziray, so Luxray level X, Blaziray or Blaziken level X around like, I think that was Rising Rivals. I played, what else did I play? When my wife and I got into it, I can't remember necessarily what I played. I know during Sun and Moon era, I played Buzzwole, the baby Buzzwole, and then the Buzzwole GX with Lycanroc, and then the Necrozma deck, Ultra Necrozma with the Lunala version of Necrozma. I can't remember. And Malamar, and it had Malamar and Inkay in it. Later, half of XY had a Latios CX that did the same as that Machamp deck. Ah, yeah, I don't think I played during that time. But favorite from this page, probably the Lycanroc. It's a really cool Lycanroc. I saw this and I knew I had to buy it immediately. This page, probably the Pyukumuku would be my favorite. Oh yeah, and here's some of the cards that I played with. Here's the Buzzwole, the Necrozma. I remember teching the Marshadow in, I think, was it? No, it wasn't. Was it Necrozma? I don't think it was Necrozma. It must have been in the Buzzwole. And then Tapu Lele was a big card. Off of this though, probably my favorite, the Buzzwole, because I preferred this deck over the Necrozma deck. It's just everybody was, I think, was playing Necrozma, was instantly shitting on Buzzwole because of the weakness. This one, honestly, I really like this reboot. This one is Buzzwole. Oh, show. That Poiple is also really cool, the shiny Poiple. This page, these are all cards that I pretty much got at Collecticon. If it's a shiny, I got it at Collecticon. Probably the Corviknight on this page. Probably the Grim. What is this? I can't remember what this Pokemon's called. It's not Impidimp, it's not Grimmsnarl, because this is Impidimp. Grimmsnarl's on the other page. Morgem. Morgrem? Morgem? Morgrem? Yeah, that Grimmsnarl is sick. I'm probably going to have to say the Grimmsnarl is my favorite on this page. And this page, I really like Regieleki, so probably Regieleki. Dragapult though, really cool mon. The Cleaver is a really cool mon. This page, Skelly Dirge. This one, I have a lot of really cool arts. I pulled the, no, I didn't pull the Palmy. The Palmy was a gift. The Belly Bolt was a gift. I pulled the Dolive though. Cerulege, shiny Cerulege. I just saw the shiny Cerulege is on this page. Shiny Cerulege is probably my favorite, but I really do like this Palmont. And I do really like the Belly Bolt and the Dolive. The full art, like, illustration cards are really awesome. This page, probably the Dinkaton. This page, the Palafin. Palafin's probably one of my favorites from this generation, and this is a shiny Palafin. It's probably that one. And then King Gambit here, because shiny, and it's blue. I need this for my artist collection, but I also need it in here because it's a shiny. This page is hard because it's got two amazing arts, but I think I'm gonna go Miraidon over the Koraidon, but these two are really awesome arts. And then last but not least, this one, probably the Raging Bolt because it's Raikou. But yeah, those are my favorite. And that is my National Dex binder and where the current state of this binder is. So I'm only missing 55. I'm missing 55 Mons. I thought I was missing 54, but apparently 55. So I have to adjust my number to 970. Hi, Raj. Where do you get a binder like that? I also want to start collecting one of each Pokemon. Sure, I can get you the link. Or I can tell you what to look up. So, I got it off Amazon. And you should actually just be able to look up. Hold on, I can't type from this distance. You should be able to just look up on Amazon 20 pocket binder. The brand, or by the brand is Collectabeast. Oh my god. But yeah, it is a heavy binder. I'd pick up the Zacian and Zamazenta shiny soon. They're only $1 each at the moment. Oh, nice. Yeah, a lot of my shinies are probably going to be in foreign languages because they're just so much cheaper in like Japanese or in Chinese than they are in English. And my National Dex binder, I don't necessarily care too much if it is a foreign language card. My artist collections are English only. My species collections, I don't mind if they're whatever language they're in. At the current moment, I just kind of want to fill out a binder with my favorite Pokemon, regardless of, you know, I'm not shooting to get like master collections of my like Pokemon collections, but I am shooting to just have starting a collection of those. But my artist collections, I definitely want to be English only, unless they have like a promo that is in another language. So like Yukamori has some Versus series cards. That is a series that is exclusive to Japan. So yeah. Collectabeast, I found it. Thank you. Yeah, no problem, Raj. That's what I'm doing with ARs as well. Take the SFA Persian, for example. The English is around 50, while the Japanese is 8. Yeah. Shiny Pikachu is another one where it's like 43 in English, and it's like $8 in Japanese as well. The Raichu, there's a really amazing. I want to do theme pages as well. So there's like a sleeping Raichu. There's a sleeping Raichu. Where is it? From Paldea Evolved. Sleeping Raichu from Paldea Evolved. English market price right now is 51. But you can get a Japanese one for $15. Yeah, I'd rather just get the Japanese one, the SAR. But it is such a cute Raichu card. So that's one that I want to pick up for like a sleeping collection. I want to do a page of sleeping Pokemon. I want to do a page of like just like different environments. So Pokemon in the city, Pokemon like in fiery environments, Pokemon in forest, Pokemon underwater, stuff like that. I want to do theme pages like that. I think those would be kind of cool. But yeah, as far as I know right now, that Collectabeast binder is one of the bigger binders. I think it holds roughly like a little bit over 1,200 cards. So not only did I buy it because it's super big and it helps display a lot of cards, but I bought it because it has room for growth, because a lot of binders I was seeing was enough for the existing Pokemon now, but not enough for like a new generation. So the binder I got, I wanted to make sure it was enough for a new generation, since I'm just starting getting into collecting, and there's at least going to be one more generation that comes out soon. But yeah, man, I got back into the hobby at the wrong time. Almost impossible to get cards. You and me both, man. You and me both. There's a lot of shenanigans that are going on in the Pokemon collecting. It's not even like Pokemon collecting. It's just people trying to instantly flip products. So if there wasn't people that were instantly trying to flip product, it would be fine. but because people are buying it with sole purpose being to flip, then it kind of makes it hard for people to get products. But what I have said and will always say is, if there's anything recent, last like probably what, as far as to my knowledge, the last like at least 3 sets, I would never pay more than market price for anything that is within the most recent 3 sets, unless A, I get a shit ton. No, I don't even think. Nah, I think even if I did have a shit ton of money, I don't think I would ever pay above market price, because it's just dumb. It's stupid. Like, I can wait and wait and wait until I either see it in a vending machine, which I haven't gone to any vending machines recently, so I don't know that stuff. But I've had a friend who's been able to find restocks at vending machines. So it's like, they have like the most three recent sets. So it's like, or at least 2, right? So it's like, the vending machines will always restock. Just get lucky. Like, just one day you will get lucky. I promise you will get lucky. Just catch a restock. It might be hard, but sometimes stores are really hard on their limits per customers, and that's how I was able to find Journey Together out in the wild. Get into Pokemon Center. So there is one person that I do follow for restock alerts. And it's not gated behind like, oh, pay this amount of money, get into our Discord where we notify you when things get restocked. And I've actually recently had some luck. Pokemon Deals TCG on Twitter, as far as I know, have done a really great job of like telling people when things are being restocked. And I was able to get prismatic surprise boxes because of their alert. I was able to get into Pokemon Center really early and able to get that. Although I will say, Pokemon Center, I guess, recently changed how they detect bots, and that's why a lot more people were able to get into the queue and get product. But also, I was able to get, I think it was Walmart pre-orders for Destined Rivals through them alerting me on Twitter. So, or alerting just people in general. So I'm getting like 9 packs of Destined Rivals. I'm getting 8 packs of Prismatic, you know, so it's like, it is hard, but these are the reasons why I wouldn't pay more than market price, unless you have like so much money that it doesn't really matter to you, I guess. But like, in my opinion, it doesn't help to back up people who are insta flipping product. It perpetuates the issue, because when you buy product that is higher than MSRP, and it's product that is literally just coming out, it incentivizes these people to continue going out and doing what they're doing, because there's people that are willing to unfortunately pay the marked up prices at like double, triple the price of market. And so these people are like, oh, there's people that are going to buy this product. I'm going to go out and I'm going to buy it at MSRP. I'm going to flip it because people are willing to do it. So like, as long as people are willing to do it, it's going to perpetuate the issue. I'd rather not be a part of that problem, because I know that problem is a really stupid problem to have. That's just my opinion. You're allowed to feel different, but that is how I feel. Hi, Jules. Sorry, I had to go on a ramp. Scalpers kill the hobby, yeah, for sure. Buying singles is better in the long run anyways. 100% singles all the way. If there's one specific card that you want, always better to get it. The only reason I would suggest buying packs is, 1, you have fun with it. 2, you're just starting a master set collection, and you know, sometimes ripping packs, you are gonna get your worth out of it. So like, for example, the Journey Together packs, we paid what, like $4.50 a pack. It was probably like $18 to $20ish after taxes. Those cards, the only good card that we really pulled from it was the Swinub, which I don't even know how much that card is, but everything else was like a what, 10-cent card, 10 cent probably. So you get what? 10 cards per pack? How many cards per pack? Somebody tell me that's smarter than me. MSRP 348 for, or not MSRP. Market price for sign up is 348. Let's assume everything is like 10 and you get like 10 cards. I can't remember the exact number. Maybe it's 11. I don't know. So that means what? $1 per pack? Yeah, never mind. I mean, yeah. So the only reason you really do packs is just because you have fun with it. Unless you have like extreme luck, maybe you pull like a $40+ card, and then it made it worth it for your master collection, because then you didn't spend $40 on a single, and you ended up getting a bunch of bulk that you're gonna put in your binder anyways. So there's a chance that you can pull something cool, but otherwise, yeah, more than half the time it's always just gonna be better to buy singles. Fortunately, no vending machines near me. I'm sorry, that sucks. There's like 2 near me. I follow a few Twitter pages that give alerts for restocks. That's how I've been getting some product. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I got the surprise box also. Shout out to TPC. Yeah. I refuse to buy from scalpers. If you want a master collection, open a booster box and go from there. Yeah, because yeah, especially 100%, right? The booster box, you're guaranteed a couple hits. So yeah, booster box, you might make your money back, and then you'll get a huge amount. And it's just fun. It's just fun to open packs. I recently met a Whatnot streamer IRL, and he said he'd get me a new product at MSRP since he's able to get tons of it from distro. Yeah, that's really cool too. That's like one reason that I'd want to ever get into like either doing like rip and ships. I'd only want to do rip and ships if I could get things for MSRP, and I would only really charge people the price of the pack and the price of shipping, and then call it even, right? Because if I'm doing rip and ships, whether it be like Twitter or not Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, as like a one of the main places I stream, and then either do Whatnot or whatever, chances are I'm making money from people subscribing to the channel, people watching and getting ads from the channel, people just donating money or whatever. So like there's other avenues that I'd be making money from than just the packs. And if I'm doing rip and ships, I'm doing it for fun. I probably still have a full-time job. So like these other avenues of making money is good enough for me, if I'm even going to be making money, that I'd be fine with just selling things at MSRP if I'm getting them at lower than MSRP, right? Like it only makes sense to do it that way. But that's probably the only way I'd ever do like that kind of content. But it would be nice just so that way you could get new product, you know, at MSRP. So it's cool that you kind of have that like plug. But I have no intentions on doing like any like rip and ship kind of stuff. It's just too much work. It would be fun to open packs and stuff, but it's just too much work for me. I fear for Dust and Rivals since there will be multiple chase cards in the set. Luckily, the only chase I need for them is Ho-Ho, and I'll probably just buy Chinese, Korean, Japanese copy. That's fair. That's fair. I don't even know exactly what I want from Destined Rivals. Probably the Cynthia. The Cynthia card looks amazing. So yeah, probably the Cynthia. Ooh, Zero Aura. There's a Zero Aura art. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see what Pokemon they have. Let me go to studio mode real quick. Window capture. Oh, I guess no matter what, you guys are gonna see what I see. Okay. Transform, fit to screen. Okay. Reset transform. Baka. Just minimize. I guess it doesn't really matter. It could be in the frame. So if you care for spoilers, look away. Hi, Zeffy! The Garchomp EX is clean, but I have the TG Garchomp art. That's fair. It's almost the same thing. I need the Lurantis and the Fermentis for my book, for my national deck, so I need those two. Oh, it's not even updating. Wait, what the? You guys can't even see what I see. Oh, this is the other tab, that's why. Hold up. Wait. Alright. Let me go ahead and exit out of everything else. I had like all the illustration collections I'm doing. Okay. There we go. So I need the Fomantis Lurantis for my binder. Wasn't there a Badoo? Oh no, it's a Chingling. A Chingling is in the set. That's what I need. I wanted to do a Houndoom collection, but I don't need the Houndooms. I decided not to do it, but I kind of want to. But I decided not to. But I kind of want to. The Zera Aura art I want for my Zera Aura collection. There's the Chingling. I need the Chingling for my National Dex binder. So I need that. It's so funny when like common uncommons become your chase. Dude, this Nidoqueen is sick. I need the Nidoking. I need a Nidoking in my binder. I haven't even been looking at the artists. I'm literally... I don't think I've seen any of the artists that I collect. I think I need Mudsdale. Mudsdale is going to be one that I need. I have a gazillion in the Sun and Moon Lurantis promo. I'm good on that mon. Dang. Here's where the sick arts come in. Honestly, any Cynthia would be sick. So like the Cynthia Rose Raid would be awesome. This Hydrapple is this Hydrapple? Yeah, right? I can't remember the name. If this is Hydrapple, then yes. This Hydrapple would be amazing. Would definitely be happy about that one. This Rapidash looks cool. I wouldn't be too bummed if I found that. The Houndoom. Beautiful Houndoom. I want this Houndoom. 100%. Blaziken. I don't really want the Blaziken, but if I pull it, I wouldn't be too mad about it. Same with the Typhlosion. But they're not like what I'm chasing for. Pulling these Misty cards would be amazing. I'd be really happy if I pulled those. This Kangaskhan is kind of cute. I need an Orbeetle, so getting this Orbeetle would be sick. Wouldn't be too mad about that one. I'm honestly not a big fan of like these version of the cards. And there's some cool trainers. This Moltres, it's insane, bro. This Moltres is insane. Moltres would be sick here. This Ho-Ho would be sick. The Mewtwo would be sick. The Garchomp would be sick. This Nidoking would... Like, honestly, pretty much all these Pokemon. Because even if I got the Yanmega... Yanmega was one of my favorite Pokemon for a bit. I really love Dragonflies, so that's why. I would not mind replacing the Yanmega in my binder with this one. This would be a really cool pull. This one is sick. This Ethan with the Pichu Cyndaquil Slugma. This is amazing. And then I don't really care for the gold rares. Again, I think these like ones with like these thick lines surrounding the Pokemon are a little bit wonky for me. But I don't know. That's just like my opinion right now. This Wobbuffet is funny. I like the Wobbuffet. There's what, Drowsy Sneasel in it? The Nidoking EX SAR is gorgeous too. Looks like old promo art for the games. Yeah, I think that's why I like it a lot, is because it's very reminiscent of that old art. Just like the way that it's rendered, like shaded here. That like white shading that Ken Sugimori used to do at like the beginning. I opened 2 packs of Heatwave Arena and pulled that Misty Psyduck. Really? Nice. Wait, that's awesome. That's sick. That's sick. I just really like this Houndoom. This Houndoom looks amazing. If I had to pick one illustration rare to obtain, it's so hard. The Hydrapple is so sick. Same with the Typhlosion. And I really like this Roserade. But I think it would be the Houndoom. Ah, but the Yanma too. It would be the Houndoom. I think it would be the Houndoom. If I had to pick one. Somebody was like, hey, here's these IRs. I'd take that. I'd take the Houndoom. For these... Someone told me SIRs. Here's all the SIRs. Take one. If they, let's assume all of these were worth $1, right? Because someone's like, I would take the card that's the most expensive and then resell it so I could get more for my collection. Because that's what I would do. But assuming everything was at $1 and all we cared about was the art, what would I pick here? It's so hard. Because, again, for me, I think I would cut the Bostiff. I'd cut the Yanmega. I'd cut the Ho-Oh, unfortunately. I cut the Mewtwo. I cut this. Oh man, the Garchomp is so sick though. So is the Nidoking. It's so hard. Okay, for me, it's definitely between Garchomp, Nidoking, and Crobat. What would I go for? I think I'd go for the Crobat. Yeah, I think I'd go for the Crobat here, and I think I go for the Nidoking here, just so I could put it in my binder. Fuck with that Garchomp though. Oh, the Garchomp is so good. It's so hard, man. The Typhlosion IRL looks sick too. There's so many good arts. Absolutely the Nidoking, and would replace the 151 AR in my binder. That's fair. It's just like Nidoking and Crobat are one of my some of my favorite Pokemon. I think what did it for me though is this Crobat has a bunch of Crobat, Zubat, Golbat in the background. I think that's honestly what did it for me. But this Cynthia, like, battling in the arena is so good. And Garchomp is such a iconic Pokemon. I don't know. It's so hard. Of these three, definitely the Ethan, 100%. More Pokemon, better game. I guess of the gold cards, I'd take the Cynthia. Okay. Alrighty. Well... it's been fun. It's been fun talking Pokemon cards with all of y'all. But it's gonna be time for me to head out, get ready for work. Tomorrow we'll be playing some Pokemon TCG Live. Or working on the model, whatever I'm really in the mood for when I wake up. But chances are I'm gonna probably wake up and be like, I think it's a game day. So if we game, we're going to be playing Pokemon TCG Live and get back into the TCG. And then there might be a chance that I decide I'm going to work on the model. We'll see. But I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Goodbye. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully on time, 6 a.m. CST. Otherwise, if I'm not live by 7 a.m., then you can assume that I probably am resting and require the rest. But yeah, have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in and chilling. Okay. Bye-bye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.